Hey, this is Rick with Producer Green Power. Today I will be changing out this toilet. What the heck is it? I guess just about a 5-gallon flush. That thing is huge. But anyway, first thing when you change out a toilet is you want to put on some rubber gloves. That's right. And shut the water off and flush it. But I already did that. So next step is to get all the water out with a couple crappy cups that you can throw away. Take this off and drain all that out too. Just pour it in the bathtub. Whatever. Okay, I've drained the water. I've turned the water off and drained all the water off. Yeah, I took my gloves off, of course, they're laying right there. First thing you want to do is get somebody else to film it because it's nasty. Anyway, once you get to a certain point with the cups, you'll notice there's some water in there. Just use a sponge like I did. I'm not going to wring it out and show you because, you know, I took the gloves off. But next step is just, you know, you're not turning back. Just do it. Just disconnect this right here at the bottom of the tank and these two nasty screws that are on both sides. And all you got to do is just pull this thing off the floor. It's got a wax ring underneath there holding it on and possibly some caulking. Okay, so I've got the toilet off. I've taken it off there. All I did is, like I said, just disconnected that and disconnected the bolts that were on there. Just unscrewed them. That's the wax ring. Yep. You know what's next? Pretty much have to scrape all of that off with a putty knife. And these are pretty much the tools. Only thing you really need. And well, besides those cups and a sponge. And just so you know, it's perfectly acceptable to go ahead and throw away that sponge and those cups as soon as possible. And these toys. Okay, last part. Let's see here. Okay, I cleaned the thing off. Right here, my dog's in the background there. My wife's dogs, little Yorkies. But anyway, I cleaned the flange off, just wiped it off and scraped it off with a putty knife. That's what I use right there. And most of the time on something like this, if the bolts look pretty good and the nuts come off pretty easy, I don't take the old ones off. I just use them over and save those bolts for in case something else. But anyway, okay. Well, the next step is after you make sure your toilet fits on there and the bolts go through and you get a pretty good idea of where you're going to be dropping this thing, just go ahead and put your wax ring on, which is nothing. See, it's on there. You just put it on this way like that. You know, it don't even have to be precision. Just, you know, put it on there and just push down a little bit so it sticks. See, it won't fall off. You know, and just push it on there like that. That way when you flip this bad boy over, it doesn't fall off and you're trying to find it and say, wait, where'd it go? Which has happened. But now all I'm going to do is just flip that over and put it on there and put the bolts down. Okay, this is the next step. I just turn it over and put it on there, wax ring on it, and it looks like it's got a little bit of a gap. See, my finger can fit in there, but that's only because the wax ring. So what I usually do is just kind of sit down on it, and it'll go down. Just don't rock or anything. Just sit there for a minute. It'll go down. Okay, I sat down on this thing for a little while, and you see there's no gap, hardly any gap, not nothing like it was. That means that the wax ring has seated itself. Next is to just go ahead and bolt that back on there, and you know, put that back on there and hook the water line up pretty much. It's a pretty easy job. I mean, if you get the kit, it's nothing to it. Okay, I put the little rubber thing on, and then, hey, where's the bolts? Just kidding. The good ones, they leave it like this to show you how it goes, but if you get 2 different sets, it comes with the bolts. Put the rubber washer like that, and the middle one on the bottom, just like these are, straight through, because this is the part that makes it waterproof. So, anyway, drop that through like wire. Okay. And just tighten this bad boy up until you hear a big loud crack noise.
Then you're all done?
And then like that, and then just take it back to Lowe's and tell them, pay some American junk. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. Now the truth comes out. What are you doing now? You pulled out the what?
I was just reading.
Yeah?
I was merely running a drill.
So now you're going back to read the instructions for what you just did?
I might be. I just want to know how hard to tighten that, that's all. I'm looking on the spec sheet, that's all.
Oh, okay. What's it say?
Nothing that you'd understand. It's all, it has to do with molecular structures and whatnot. I don't really feel like explaining it, really.
Oh, so it's too complicated for me to understand.
Yeah. Yeah, all I did was put this line on here and turn the water on, and now that screw right there is where it adjusts to. But most of them are just pre-manufactured. All you got to do really is just turn it on, and if it comes an inch from the top of this thing right here, the water, if it comes an inch from there to the bottom of this little thing right there, that means it's set right. And whatever you get when you flush. But just check for leaks all around. Mostly this thing right here in between there, a little foam thing, but it should be good. Just tightened up pretty good, and don't worry about it. And all you got to pretty much do after that is just put on the bowl cover and the toilet seat, and and those little things that cover that, the bolts. And that's pretty much it. Easy enough. Thanks for watching.